Hello everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku.co daily FX market review for the trading day ending Tuesday, December 15th. Firstly to the Euro US dollar, and today we see formation of a black body candle as opposed to the couple of white body candles from the previous day's trading, so some net momentum to the upside previously has dried up, and we've seen the sellers take control of the market by closing down towards the low and also build some net momentum to the downside. That's off the back of the strong rejection above the 110.15 level, and that's an area that we have tested above on the four last consecutive trading days, and the rejection today has been the strongest, and this is suggesting that we certainly could see this market trade lower. We have seen support coming in at 109. That is going to be an important level of support, and also at the moment we are trading at the Tenkan-sen around 109.23, 25, and we may see some support there, but if we do breach down through there in a strong bearish manner and through 109.02, we could end up seeing Euro US dollar testing down to at least 108.48. If the market does attempt to rally off the Tenkan-sen support, potential resistance through from the bottom of the Ichimoku cloud about 109.80 up to probably about this 110.48, up to 110.85 to the top of the Ichimoku cloud. Next to the hourly charts with the Euro US dollar, and the market was mildly bullish at the beginning of today's trading session, rallying up off the middle pivot point level in Kijun-sen support, trading through the Tenkan-sen and finding resistance then around the first pivot point resistance level. A lack of follow through saw the sellers return into the market, set the market up for this change of trend, and then trading down through all of the indicators, including the Ichimoku cloud, which was fairly small and didn't require as much effort to break out through, trading down through there in a strong bearish manner, almost testing to the second pivot point support level. At the moment the market has opened down below the cloud and below the middle pivot point level, and there is a very real possibility of the downtrend continuing. Watching the first pivot point support level around 108.69, and then possibly the second to be tested down around 108.09. If the market does rally, and we are seeing some testing just through the Tenkan-sen, we could find some resistance around that middle pivot point level around 109.66, and then up to the Kijun-sen and the bottom of the Ichimoku cloud around the 109.88 level. To the US dollar, Japanese yen, and solid buying coming into the market today off some very important support levels. The previous day's trading we were watching formation of this bullish harami type pattern. It has been confirmed today with a change of trend. Buyers coming in solidly off the 120.83 support and the support below the bottom of the Ichimoku cloud. Buyers have built solid momentum here, suggesting that there is good potential for the market to test to at least the Ichimoku indicators, the Kijun-sen and the Tenkan-sen, and they're going to be some very important areas of potential resistance today. If we do trade in a bullish manner above there and 122.12, we could end up trading to this important previous support level around 122.47. The bullish activity above the cloud suggests a strong market in the longer term time frame, but we are still weak in the medium and fast term time frame by trading below both the Kijun-sen and the Tenkan-sen, and that weakness is supported by the Chica span being below the corresponding price action. So a scenario here is that we could test to those indicators and then see some moderate selling coming in, with the market then once again finding support either at or through the Ichimoku cloud. Next to the Aussie dollar, US dollar, and a market that's formed a black body candle, so some selling coming into the market in net terms between the open and the close, some downside momentum, but the sellers tested down to the top of the Ichimoku cloud as they had done for the past 4 of 5 consecutive trading days, and there's been some rejection from there once again, so very solid support around the Ichimoku cloud. For the next day's trading, the cloud becomes even thinner, so an opportunity is here for the sellers, but to the upside, the market tested up to the Tenkan-sen, and that area is held as resistance as it has for the past four consecutive trading days, and also the 72.76 level. So if the buyers are going to be strong enough, they will need to trade up through there to change the trend in the fast term time frame. We still do have a bullish market in the longer term time frame. We have remained up above the Ichimoku cloud, and there still is an opportunity here for the buyers, but we do need to watch that thin cloud over the next couple of weeks for a potential bearish market in the longer term time frame. And to the hourly charts, with the Aussie dollar, US dollar, and the market attempted to trade to higher levels early in the session. Bullish market in all three time frames, finding resistance at the first pivot point resistance level, selling off the trade down through the Ichimoku cloud with a lack of follow through around the second pivot point support level, and then rallying in a rather mild way to end the trading session below the cloud and below the Kijun-sen. So we have a bearish market in the longer term and medium term time frames. If the market does continue to rally, we may find resistance around the middle pivot point level, 72.14, and then at the Kijun-sen, the pink line at 72.22. If we see selling coming in off there, and if we trade through the Tenkan-sen, which trades at 71.84, we could easily end up testing to the first pivot point support level, 71.44, and then possibly to the second at 70.92. For the next couple of hours, the Ichimoku cloud is quite thin, so there is an opportunity here for the buyers if they're strong enough to change the trend, but we do have very strong resistance overhead. Next to cable, British pound, US dollar, and following on from the strong selling and the strong build of momentum we saw for the previous day's trading, we've seen a continuation of that today. The trend changed on that candle, with that solid black body candle. Sellers continuing the market even stronger than that day and closing down through important support at 150.53. Also closing below the Kijun-sen and the Tenkan-sen suggests we now have a bearish market in all three timeframes, and suggesting good potential for cable to trade down to the 149.78 level of support, and even possibly down to the next level over the next few days around 148.73. This bearish activity is now just supported by the Chica span being just below the corresponding price action, so suggesting that this build of momentum may see further downside. And to the hourly chart with cable, and here we saw the market opening down below the Ichimoku cloud, and then we saw the market attempting to rally on a couple of occasions, finding strong resistance at the Ichimoku cloud, and then eventually selling off in a very strong manner to find support around the second pivot point support level. For the remainder of the trading day, the market really didn't do a lot. We have now seen the market open down below each of the Ichimoku indicators and down below the middle pivot point level, suggesting that we could see continued bearishness. We are looking a little overextended in the depth of price action away from the cloud, so it wouldn't surprise to see the market attempt to retrace back towards that equilibrium. But we may find some resistance around the middle pivot point level, 150.84, and the Tenkan-sen is trading around there, 150.81, so we may find even stronger resistance around that region. If we see selling coming into the market, watching the first pivot point support level, 149.79, 149.80. Possible test down to the second around 149.27. The third level down around the 147.70 region does seem a little too far